Have you ever sat down to write lyrics and just drawn a complete blank? Or maybe you get a little bit of your verse or like the start of a chorus and you're just completely stuck where to go next with the words. You ever found yourself chewing on the end of your pen like you've never had a meal in your life? If any of this sounds like you, this is the video for you. Writing lyrics doesn't have to be so hard. You don't need to bang your head against a brick wall just waiting for the words to appear. And actually, I believe that that's the wrong approach to take when it comes to finding the next lyric for your amazing song. Lyrics are packed full of images, metaphors, simile, poetry. It's basically poetry that we're writing, and that doesn't always come from a place of us focusing and trying really, really hard. Sometimes we've got to let go a little bit. So today I want to show you a simple and easy technique that helps you write great lyrics every single time. I know it's a bold claim, but it really, really does work. It involves you letting go of any perfectionism as well that you might have when it comes to writing your lyrics. So whether you're just starting out and you're looking for some new techniques, or you've been at this for a while and you just need something to freshen up your approach, let's go. So the technique we're going to focus on is called free writing. Sometimes it's called stream of consciousness writing or automatic writing. And here's how it works. You pick a topic, you pick a word, you pick a concept, and then you get your pen onto the paper or open up your notes app, do it digitally. Then you write without stopping. You don't think about it, you don't edit it, you don't reconsider it. You get to a space where the words are quite literally flowing out of your body. We need this because as songwriters, we can look for that perfect word far too soon. We get stuck trying to make everything sound polished and perfect on the very first edit of the song. Free writing is the complete opposite. It's about letting go of control. It's about letting go of the plan. It's about letting go of perfectionism. This helps you unlock the words, the images, the concept, the poetry, the magic that's underneath your conscious mind, that's underneath the part of your brain that's actively searching. And when you can get underneath that, you can actually let all of these ideas that you have inside you, you have them, right? You've got a brain that's capable of dreaming fantastical dreams. Like, you have all this inside you. We just need to let it come up to the surface. And free writing is almost like this beautiful gateway, this doorway that allows us to do that. So the next time you're sitting there thinking about what the right lyric is, I want you to remember that you could be potentially blocking your own creativity to flow, because it's just not how it works. Free writing is really powerful because it's non-judgmental. A lot of what you write might look like complete gibberish at first, and that's okay. It's kind of the point. Because the beauty in songwriting is that we find meaning, we assign meaning to things. So you might have phrases, you will have phrases and words that come up that don't instantly have meaning attached to them, and then you get to, as the writer, as the songwriter, assign meaning and develop the meaning within them. This gives your lyrics an emotional depth that you might not have been able to find just by overthinking it. So say it with me: creativity thrives when we're not trying to force it. Please remember that as we go throughout this exercise today and beyond with all of your songwriting. And here, look, the same thing goes for your lyrics as goes for your melody, your chords, your song structure. Sometimes we are just simply overthinking things, and by letting go and letting the flow out just a little bit more, and letting go of perfectionism and letting go of all that control, that's when the magic actually happens. It feels counterintuitive because we live in a world that's like there's rules and regulations for everything, and I'm here saying just let it flow. But it's art. It's art. You're supposed to let it flow. Okay, so let's go for it. Let's put this into practice. Step one, I want you to get ready. So I want you to set a timer for 3 minutes. You're going to grab a phone, hopefully your own mobile. Don't grab a random person's phone. But I know you've got your mobile right next to you. Don't lie. So grab your mobile and set a timer for 3 minutes on your phone. That's all you're going to need for now, 3 minutes. The next thing I want you to do is grab your tools. So that's a pen and a pad of paper, a piece of paper, or open up a new document on your computer or your phone if you're using the same thing. That's all you need. The next is about choosing a word or a topic. Now, today I'm going to give you a word, but when you're doing this on your own, there are a few different ways you can go about it. You can look around your room and literally just write down one of the first things that you can see. Air conditioning vent. Whatever it is, you can make something from it, I promise. But your random word for this session is radical, because this is radical songwriting. So we're staying on brand. Your random word is radical. So now what you're going to do is write your word on the top of your page, radical. You're going to hit start on your timer. You're going to hit pause on this video, and then you're going to just start writing. Again, please remember, let it flow. It doesn't need to rhyme. It's not going to look like lyrics. It can be a bullet point list. Doesn't need to make sense. It will not make sense, most likely. It doesn't need to be grammatically correct. Just let it flow. The key to the exercise is that we're tapping into a different part of our brains, a different way of approaching this, something that's less controlled and more free. Okay, so when you're ready, pause me, hit play, and I'll see you back here in 3 minutes. Hello, welcome back. If you didn't do that exercise, I see you. Make sure you go and do it. Okay. Shame, shame, shame. No, I'm joking. Do what you want. This is just rando on YouTube. Okay, so I want you to scan what you've written very quickly. Now, this isn't to judge anything. It is purely to pick out one phrase. I want you to pick anything that pops out. You might have 2 words together. A phrase is more than 2 words put together. You want to pull out anything that jumps out at you naturally. If nothing jumps out of you, firstly, I'm going to just say maybe you're in perfectionist mode still. But if not, okay, just choose anything randomly. And then we're going to repeat the process using this new phrase that we have. So let's dig a little bit deeper. You're now going to put the new phrase that you've got on the top of your page that you got from your last 3-minute session. And we're just doing the same thing again. 3-minute timer on your phone. Pen, paper, do it digitally, whatever you're doing. Pause me now and get going. 3 minutes. I'll see you in 3 minutes. Okay, now you've done it twice, so you've got a good feel for what free writing feels like. For some people, it can actually feel quite uncomfortable. They are searching, they're scraping the inside of their brain for the next word that comes up. So if this is you, don't worry. It's really natural. If it's not something that you've practiced before, practice. Songwriting is a skill. We've got to remember that. Songwriting isn't something that just falls out of us. It is a skill. Okay, what you're going to do next is create a lyric bank from all of these cool ideas that you've just randomly come up with inside your free writing. So you're going to repeat this process a few more times until you start to build a bank, a collection of interesting, meaningful lyrics that you could potentially see in your song. And then these words, phrases, lyrics can evolve into the concept of your next song, of your next piece. Some of the phrases you might actually use word for word, and some of them will probably require a little bit of editing and shifting things around. But hopefully what you've got is a concrete idea, feeling, concept to start moving forward with. And the next time you're in the middle of writing a song and you get that frozen feeling like you don't know where to go, you're going to do some free writing, and it will loosen things up and it will warm things up and get those ideas flowing faster. The best part of all this is there's no overthinking and there's barely any effort involved. When you get used to free writing and you've practiced it a few times, this will seem so natural. In fact, it can almost feel like a big sigh to just let it all out and get it all down on the page. These are all natural ideas that have come from somewhere in your mind that you would have not found, or you would not have found if you were overthinking it. And that's the magic here. And this is the key takeaway from this video. Many of my students are shocked at just how much material they can come up with in a few rounds, like 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 9 minutes. They have pages and pages full of cool ideas, concepts, and phrases that they can use in their work that they would never have thought of on their own. The looseness, the spark of creativity, the flow of ideas. Please remember, songwriting is a journey. It is a skill. It is a technique. And a lot of songwriting is about letting go. We need to find a balance between logical thinking, control, and perfectionism, And freedom, expression, acceptance, and non-judgment. And if you can find a nice marriage between those two things, you're really going to have a much better songwriting experience. So the key to it is, if you can, let go as much as possible. Keep writing and keep practicing, because the more you practice your songwriting, the stronger it's going to get, the easier it's going to feel, and the more doors are going to open up for you and your creativity. It just gets more and more exciting. So it's such a beautiful, lifelong thing to dedicate yourself to, regardless of success and all this other stuff that happens outside the world when we write songs. That part of you, that core that wants to express itself, to feel seen, to feel heard, to have your opinion, and to be able to put it in such a way that's artistic and beautiful and easy for other people to understand. There's something just like another dimension for me. There's nothing else like it in this world. If you want to take things even further and work a little bit closer with me, come and join my workshop. It's a live 3-day workshop called Authentic Songwriting. It's happening really, really soon. We will be doing this live together, breaking through creative blocks. I'll be teaching you more about lyrics and technique. I'll be teaching you more about melody writing. I'll be teaching you about your creative identity, helping you with exercises, tools and techniques and ways to drill into all this stuff. At the same time, you're going to be surrounded by other songwriters. It's a brilliant workshop. It's going to be great fun as well. So come and join us if you've been doing all this on your own on YouTube. Sometimes you need a little bit more help. Here is where you'll find it. And it's super affordable. It's only £22. Join me in the workshop. Click the link below. If not, I'm sure I'll see you in a future video. So keep writing your songs. Radical Songwriter. I will see you again soon.